Hello, how are you? Welcome to the Lose Weight Without Dieting 3 Tools to Stop Emotional Eating Now webinar. Yay, you made it. I'm so glad you're here. My name is FAWN and I'll be your guide today. And I'm really excited to share these tools with my emotional eating friends and with you. So let's get into it. This webinar is designed for you if you are tired of hating your body, hating yourself when it comes to your physical body and your body weight. This webinar is designed for you if you are ready to stop allowing your emotions to control your eating and start shedding pounds. And this webinar is designed for you if you want to stop dieting and learn about foods that naturally help you lose weight. So I hope you all resonate with those and are ready to begin. In this webinar, you will learn how to reprogram your thoughts to help you lose weight, how to identify your emotional eating patterns and stop them in their tracks, and how to feed your body a metabolism boosting energy drink that you can have every day, and it will get you started on your day in the right step. How does that sound to you? Good, I'm glad. Let's keep going. So right now, I'd like to give you my promise. At the end of this webinar, you'll have 3 actionable tools to stop emotional eating and start losing weight without a diet. So let's do some housekeeping. Right now, I'd just like to invite you to get distraction-free. Take a nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. Go get a cup of tea, close the door, ask people in the house not to disturb you, put your dogs away. You might hear my dogs, but we're just going to go for it anyway. Get a pen and paper because you're going to get some nuggets of information here that you're going to want to write down or take notes on or know how to take a screenshot from your computer. And stay to the end because at the end, that's when you're going to get this awesome free gift that I designed for my VIP clients. It's my emotional eating eliminator chart, and we'll go through that later. It will help you stop emotionally eating in its tracks. And I'm also going to give you a special invitation that I don't hand out to everybody. So stay to the end. But right now, let's have you just sit back, relax, get your space. I'm not going to sell you anything. I'm just going to invite you in to this learning module and stay to the end so you can receive some powerful gifts. Sound good? All right. Let me ask you a few questions first. Have you ever said or thought any of these things? I'm a spiritually evolved person. Why isn't my eating problem healed? Or why haven't I lost weight? Have you ever said or thought this? I've dreamt about being thin all my life. Dieting is a way of life for me, but I've never been thin. I'm still dreaming. What about this thought? I can't stop eating. Food is a constant comfort to me. Or I argue with myself whether to buy junk food. I usually lose the argument and buy it and eat it until it is gone. If I don't buy it, I won't eat it. Those are some of the thoughts that my clients that I work with have said to themselves. Let's keep going and see if these sound like you. I've tried everything and I still can't lose or maintain any weight loss. I have spent thousands of dollars on diet books, weight loss programs, and spas. Nothing works for me. I feel crappy all the time. I have lots of muscle pain and I hate my body. Or have you said this? I have a health problem. And if I don't lose weight, my doctor says I'm going to die. These are some of the things that I've heard from my clients. I worked with a gentleman who actually did spend thousands of dollars at expensive health spas and still could not change his eating habits. We started working together, and in 2 months, he had lost 20 pounds and lowered his A1C level from an 11 to a 7.4. Therefore, going to his doctor, having his doctor smile and saying, if you keep this up, you won't have to go on dialysis. So I want to ask you a question. What if you never lose the weight and never, ever, ever have the body size you desire? Just take a deep breath into that. What would it feel like if where you are right now and the body you are in right now is as good as it gets for the rest of your life? What does that feel like for you? And what if I told you it wasn't your fault? What if I told you you're just missing a piece of what's really going on? And I can share with you those pieces of how to get past that and get into the position to help you lose weight. So I'll let you know what's holding you back are 3 pitfalls that keep you from losing weight. There are 3 things we all get sucked into, and it thwarts our plans all the time. But before I share those with you, let me take you on a little journey. I'm going to ask you some questions, and I'd like you just to close your eyes and think into them. When you are at your ideal weight, your life will, what will your life be like when you're at your ideal weight? Create some pictures in your mind. Will you be soaring? Will you feel amazing? Will your life be everything that you've wanted it to be? Next question. When you're at your ideal weight, you will feel, what are some feelings you'll have? How will you feel about yourself? How will you feel about your body? How will you feel about your future? And last question, keep your eyes closed if you'd like. When you're at your ideal weight, you will be will you be content? Will you be set free? Will you be adventurous? So open your eyes and see if this resonates with you. When you're at your ideal weight, you will live your dreams, whatever they may be. How true does that sound like for you? So let's get those dreams started today. I'd like to introduce myself to you. My name is Nancy FAWN Presser, and I am a personal guide to losing weight without dieting. I've been on a path with food nutrition for about 16 years. I started when my son was 8 months old, and I just was at my worst then. I was a mom. I didn't know how to be a mom. And it was a really hard time for me. And I'd always been like a heavy or felt heavy in my body growing up all along because I was a tall person. But somehow, after giving birth to my son, became the worst part of my life. I started turning to the food to calm me emotionally. And what started to happen was I got into bad habits. And what started out to be 1 pint of ice cream at the end of a day, raising my son when he was asleep, and I could put my feet up and veg out and watch TV and try to remember who I was as a person again, quickly turned into 2 pints of ice cream. And I don't know if any of you have experienced that, where you're in a space and the food is the only comfort that you have. And that's how it was for me. But it started to turn into a bad habit. And I would try to hide that habit. Have you ever done that too? I would bury the ice cream pints, empty ones, in the bottom of the trash so my husband wouldn't see them. I would shop at different stores in my community so the same checkers wouldn't see me buying the same things every day. And it just became this horrible habit for me. And I kept gaining weight. And I didn't know what I was going to do about that. I kept seeing my clothing sizes expand, and I started to freak out in my head. And I knew I didn't have another diet in me. How do you guys feel about that? I'd been dieting all my life. I knew how to diet. You know, you'd follow something, you'd diet, you'd lose some weight, and once you went off the diet, you would gain it back. You know, that's what dieting is, right? And so I knew it. I knew at that time in my life, I did not have another diet in me. I could not do it. I just wanted to get rid of this excess weight. I wanted to get a body that I loved and could live in and could love living in. And I wanted to be healthy because I just did not feel healthy at all at that time, emotionally, spiritually, or physically. So I prayed. And I don't know if any of you have gotten down on your hands and knees and prayed to God or whatever spiritual being you believe in, but I prayed. And I just asked for an answer because I knew I wasn't going to be able to do it by myself. And I knew I wasn't going to be able to do it alone. And I knew I didn't have the answer. That answer was not in me. So that's how my journey began. And that's how I became a coach and how I started specializing in eating lifestyles and makeovers for your eating lifestyles. I've created a 14-day Stop Emotional Eating Now boot camp. I'm also the founder of A Betty Life, Health and Wellness Hacks for a Balanced Life. It's a Facebook page, so you can go check that out on Facebook. And I started specializing in coaching with people who are emotional eaters, who need to move into an eating lifestyle instead of a diet lifestyle. And I'm also specialized in drug-free alternative pain management. I'm a speaker and a trainer. I love speaking in front of crowds, and I love teaching people how to be able to be in better health. So I've designed some programs called Aging Gracefully, Self-Care for the Caregiver, Mindfulness Training for Teens, and a Body Ease program for pain management. And I'm so excited to be able to share this webinar with you. 3 tools to stop emotional eating now, and you will after this webinar. So let's check back in and find out what those 3 pitfalls are that we tend to fall into when we don't have any other resources around us to help us. And usually these pitfalls are all self-created. It's our thoughts, it's our emotions, how we feel about ourselves, and it's our metabolism. It's how our bodies are actually functioning and creating energy. So let me explain these a little bit more for you. What you think creates your body reality. So you may think it's all about what you eat, and I'm here to tell you it's not all about what you eat. You have this brain inside of you, and you think about things, and you tell yourself things about yourself, and guess what? This brain is a computer. So it just takes in that information and does its little programming for you. It's like a recorder, you know, takes information in and then spits it back out. So this is a picture of me on the right-hand side with my baby son, my first baby, Jonah. And I'm almost at my top weight. I think I even gained more weight after this picture, but I'm puffy, I'm bloated, and my thinking is I am fat. And my thinking is I'm ugly. And my thinking is I can't do this. And my thinking is I'm all alone. I can't do this by myself. This is too hard. Life is too hard. And it's showing on my face, in my eyes, and in my body. So you have to watch what you think. You have to retrain what you're thinking about yourself if you want to create a new body reality. The next pitfall, how you feel creates your body reality. So I told you that I had been dieting since I was in the 6th grade, that I was a tall girl and a big, you know, people call it big bones. I don't really believe in big bones after losing weight, but we all think, oh, we're just big bones. There's no such thing. We all have different body shapes, but it's really can be our emotions about ourselves and what we tell ourselves and how we feel on the inside that creates our body reality. So the emotions on the left are a lot of emotions that I relate to even from growing up. I remember just feeling unimportant, feeling like I didn't make a difference, feeling like I could never do anything right, feeling helpless, feeling alone, feeling unlovable. And that reflected in my body, in the outside of me. So I wore baggy clothes when I was young. I tried to hide my body behind things. I tried to look happy from the outside, but really, again, if you look at the eyes, if you look at the body shape, I'm just not a very vibrant person. I'm not feeling vibrant about myself. And the last pitfall we fall into is what you eat creates your body reality. So if you can think, You can eat things out of a package and change your body. You may be right. Maybe your body will respond to that. But if you eat healthy foods, natural foods, plant-based foods, the apple, things that are alive, things that your body can process, things that feel vibrant, then you're going to feed your body from the inside out and you're going to look vibrant. This is me after losing 55 pounds, changing what I put inside me, foods I put inside me, and look at no puffiness in the eyes, a vibrancy. I'm actually shining here. My hair looks healthier. My skin looks healthier. So you can see foods really do create your body reality. So let's go into the 3 tools I'm going to share with you about losing weight without dieting that address these 3 pitfalls. Let's go into tool number 1. Let's get your thoughts working for you. And we're going to do that by using affirmations. And I know there's tons of you listening to me today and you're like going, oh, I know what an affirmation is. Oh, that people are always talking about affirmations. They don't work. But have an open mind. I want to introduce you to a way that I've found working with affirmations really do change your thoughts. And I'm telling you, this is where I always started whenever I'm looking at changing anything in my life. It starts with a thought. So a positive affirmation is a positive statement of fact and truth spoken in the present tense with all positive words. Okay, so an example of a positive affirmation is, I am full of energy and vitality every day. And who wouldn't want to be? I mean, that's a great thought, right? I am full of energy and vitality every day. So why wouldn't we think something like that? Why wouldn't we tell ourselves something like that? The next thing we need to know about affirmations is that your brain is an organ that can only process instructions in the present tense and in the present moment. When you affirm your desires in the present tense with positive words, your brain goes, oh yeah, I can make that happen. So one of the things that always struck me as crazy was that when I learned about how the brain interprets words, so a lot of times we tell people, don't eat this, don't eat that. Don't slam the door, don't let the dogs out. And the way that the brain interprets that is do. It doesn't know how to filter out that negative and understand it. So it's like if you say, don't eat corn, your brain is going, eat corn. Or if you say, don't overeat, your brain is saying, overeat, overeat. So we've got to use these affirmations in the positive tense. So your brain goes, oh yeah, yeah, I know how to do that. I can do that. I can do that. Because remember, it's just a recording machine. You just put input in and it gives input out. So another affirmation is, I eat the best foods for my body to thrive. So if you're having problems with, don't eat this, don't eat that, just say, I eat the best foods for my body to thrive. And why we want to do affirmations is so that we can change a thought about ourselves or a belief about ourselves. And the only way to do that is with repetition. So our brain is kind of this slow thing. We think that it's fast, but it's really this kind of slow changing thing. The other thing about the brain is that it loves to believe negative things. It loves negativity. And if you've ever just been with your friends and watched how conversations evolve, at some point, doesn't somebody always start to complain or start to say some negative things, or somebody's starting to judge somebody else? That's because our brains are wired to be like that. I don't know why God made this that way, but that's the way we are. So we've got to retrain that brain to be positive. And the only way to get your brain to believe a new thought about yourself or to reprogram it is to repeat that thought over and over and over and over and over and over again until you have retrained your brain to believe it, to internalize it, and to make it a default new neural pathway to it. And neural pathways are kind of like, if you think about water and how water flows, it will take the path of least resistance. And that's how our brain neurons work. It's like, what's the easiest thing for me to believe? What's the easiest thing for me to believe? And it believes it. But to retrain it, we've got to kind of guide it into that new neural pathway. It's kind of like building a sand castle. You know, you want to make all these little gullies into the sea. So you direct it. And so that's why you want to use repetition. It's because you want to keep redirecting it to the thoughts that you want to have. So just remember, a new belief about yourself: I am thin, I am gorgeous, I am strong, I am vibrant, I am healthy. All of those new thoughts about yourself are new beliefs. And a belief is just a thought you keep thinking. So just keep thinking those new positive thoughts over and over and over and over again to retrain your brain. Now I have a couple like kind of secret tips to get these affirmations to work. So here's one of them. I call it a complete affirmation transformation. So if you want a complete affirmation transformation, if you're one of those people who are thinking when I introduce affirmations, these things don't work, blah, 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 I don't believe in them. Okay, I want to ask you, are you doing this? Because if you're not, you're going to want to start doing this to get those affirmations to work. Whenever you use an affirmation and say it, and a negative thought creeps up in your head saying, that's not true. No way. I can't believe that. You're a liar. And you've got to take that negative voice and turn whatever negativity that voice is giving you and turn that into another affirmation and start working with that affirmation. And it's kind of like this affirmation breakdown until your brain stops feeding you the negative thoughts. Because like I said, your brain is a negative thinking machine, but we've got to retrain it into the positive. So on the right side is an example. And it could be anything, but say you're affirming to yourself, I love everything about my body. I love everything about my body. And you're reading that and you're recording that and you're saying that and you're repeating it 10 times every morning. And every morning there's this little thought that goes, no, I don't. I hate my fat tummy. That's a part of my body I hate. So you have to transform that negative thought into another affirmation. Okay. I love my fat tummy. I love my flat tummy. I love my tummy. And again, your brain is going, no, I don't love my tummy. It isn't flat. My tummy isn't flat. You're lying to me. So you have to transform that negative thought into, my tummy is flat. My tummy is flat. My tummy is flat. And again, your brain is like, okay, right. That is never going to happen. You can keep saying those words till kingdom come. That's never going to happen. And you've got to take that negative voice, stop it in its tracks, and again, move it into the positive. What's a more powerful affirmation to that negativity? I have a flat tummy. You claim it. I have a flat tummy. I have a flat tummy. And if you still hear negative voices after that, you've got to find out that negative voice, stop it, and move that into another affirmation. And you just keep doing that. You keep breaking it down. You keep repeating those broken down affirmations until that negative voice stops. And there will come a time when that negative voice stops, or you just push it to the side and saying, a belief is just a thought I keep thinking. I'm going to keep thinking these positive affirmations until they start moving into my body and moving into my brain. And they will. It's all about repetition. So that was my first secret about affirmations. Change the negative into a positive. Keep breaking it down. Keep breaking it down. And here's my other secret about affirmations. You got to feel an emotion when you're saying them. So sometimes when you say an affirmation, you can totally embody the feeling of how that would be. So just for a moment, let's play with this. I'm going to say an affirmation. If you want to close your eyes, go ahead. I find the shape of my body beautiful and appealing. And just notice if there's a positive feeling that comes with that. Now, if there's not, that's totally normal. That's totally natural. So you got to fake the emotion, right? So think about how you feel when you're petting a new puppy, or how you feel when you're holding a baby, or how you feel when your kids come up to you and just sit in your lap. Do you find that emotion? Can you sense and feel that emotion? Keep feeling that emotion, and I'm going to say the affirmation. I find the shape of my body beautiful and appealing. Is that different for you? Can you get behind that now? So you have to really get these affirmations to work and transform you. You got to get some kind of positive feeling, some kind of positive blessing behind that when you say it. So let's just practice this. I have a couple more affirmations. Find that positive feeling. Take a moment. Take a deep breath. Nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath out. Tap into that positive motion. Here's your next affirmation. I love the food choices I make. I love the food choices I make. Now come back to that positive feeling, because maybe some of you went out of it because you're like, I don't love the food choices I make, but let's stay positive. Let's stay positive, okay? Get back into that positive state, that puppy or that hug that you're receiving. I consciously care for my body. I consciously care about my body. How's that feel? Good. There's one more. Go back into that positive state. Feel that positive emotion, whether it's happy or huggy or yum. I am in awesome health. Feel that. I am in awesome health. Say it to yourself. Feel it when you say it to yourself. So there's the second secret to affirmations. The first, I'll just repeat them. The first is breaking them down. Anytime you say an affirmation, a negative voice comes up, you got to take that negative voice's thought, change it into a positive affirmation, and keep going until that negative thought stops. Second key, feel an emotion. Feel a positive emotion behind the repetition of the affirmation. So here are some affirmations you can take a screenshot of or write down. I'm going to give you a bonus key to using affirmations that I didn't write down. So this is right off the top of my head, but this one works too. See how all of these affirmations, most of them start with the word I, or have the word I in them. I treat my body with love and respect. When I choose healthy foods, my body thrives. When you're using affirmations and you're repeating the word I, put your name in there afterwards. I, FAWN, treat my body with love and respect. When I, FAWN, choose healthy foods, my body thrives. I, FAWN, call a halt before I emotionally choose to eat. That is another way to get those affirmations into the brain faster and more effectively. The other way, there's another way, and I really challenge you to do this too, is write the affirmations out with the word you instead of the word I. You, FAWN, trust your body's wisdom. You, FAWN, bless the food you eat no matter what you choose. You, FAWN, love yourself no matter what you choose to eat. Get it? So when you use them, use the word I, then state your name, And then also write them out with the word you and put your name behind it. And my favorite way to use affirmations is to record them. And record them with the I statements first, and then record them with the you statement. And I swear, if you do, say 10 affirmations a day, record them in the I's and in the U's, and listen to them in the morning, right before you get out of bed, and listen to them in the evening, right before you go to sleep. Those are the best times to retrain your brain and reprogram your brain. And you'll get faster and better results from your affirmations if you'll use them in that way. So I wanted to show you a little testimonial about that. This is from a client, RJ. And she said, using affirmations the way FAWN teaches has changed my life. I always thought I loved myself, but actually saying it to myself every day made such a difference in what I chose to eat. I found out I did have a little negative voice that would tell me I wasn't worthy. And with FAWN's help, I was able to love that negative voice and tell it to quiet down. And you can do that too with your affirmations. So keep working them, use those tools, and let's see what our next tool of the day is. Tool number 2, get your emotions working for you. Are you eating for your emotions, or are you eating for your body? So just think about that for a second. You can close your eyes if you want. I'm going to ask it again. Are you eating to fulfill your emotions or to sustain your emotions, or are you eating to fulfill your body and sustain your body? It's a choice. It's absolutely a choice. If you've never heard about emotional eating, let me just ask you a few questions, and this will help you determine whether you're an emotional eater or not. Do you eat a pint of ice cream when you feel sad or bored? Do you order a pizza when you are lonely? Do you go through the drive-through after a stressful day and order something that's fried, or order anything in a drive-through, really? Do you overindulge at celebrations? Do you feel ashamed or guilty after you overeat? Do you reward yourself with food? Do you reward others with food? Do you eat until you are stuffed and then eat some more? Those are just some of the signs that you're eating to stop an emotion, eating to stop feeling, basically stop feeling emotion, whether instead of eating to sustain your body, to feed your body, to feed your fuel, put fuel in your body. If any of those sounded like you, then it's time to get in touch with your emotions and time to learn the hacks to eliminate your emotional eating. So that we have tons of emotions every day, and some emotions we don't want to feel, or we don't know how to feel, or we weren't even allowed to feel them when we were growing up. And if you want to stop emotional eating, it's time to get emotionally intelligent. You've got to know and learn that emotions aren't harmful to you. They're not going to kill you. All you have to do is feel them, actually feel them, and let them move through you. And if you do that consistently and learn to do that on a consistent basis, it will help you stop eating over your emotions in its tracks. But I also want to let you know that when you crave or binge on certain few foods, there is an emotional need that wants to be fulfilled by certain foods. Certain foods you'll like have to crave, and it's like, oh, that food totally fulfills that emotional need. But there's also a physiological need. Your body is needing a nutrient, and it's making you crave that food too. So you can stop emotional eating if you're not only aware of your emotions and what you need to do emotionally for yourself, but you can also stop emotionally eating if you tap into the physiological nutrient that your body is missing that's causing that craving. And that's why I designed this emotional eating eliminator food chart. I know it's a lot of words, but aren't they fun words? Emotional eating eliminator. Yes. And that's my free gift to you. So stay tuned. Let's keep going. Here it is. Here's page 1. It's a 2-page document. So don't leave just because you think you have it all. You don't. This is only page 1. You're only going to get half of your emotions on this. So stay with me. All right. I'm teasing you. Okay. My emotional eating eliminatory chart is designed to simple food craving hacks to conquer cravings once and for all. And if you just gaze at this for a little bit, I've identified a food craving. They're pretty much universal that we all have. I've identified the corresponding emotion, the emotion that causes the food craving. And then on the right-hand side are the food and emotional hacks that you can use to stop that emotional craving in its tracks immediately. So when you identify, it's like, I'm craving chocolate, I need chocolate, I need chocolate. Then ask yourself, what am I feeling? What feelings am I not feeling? Usually we're feeling unhappy or lethargic, and we don't want to deal with being unhappy. And we don't want to deal with being lethargic. So then you go into the hacks. Physiologically, nutrient-wise, your body is needing these greens, kale, Swiss chard, water chestnut, nuts, beans. It's needing the nutrients that are in those foods, and dark chocolate, because I think dark chocolate definitely has high nutrient dense qualities. But emotionally, if you're trying to avoid the unhappiness or lethargy in your body, you can take a walk. You can go dance, put on some awesome music. Doesn't good music get you out of your funk? Or get out in nature, get some breaths of fresh air. So that's how you use this chart. And you can see quickly, just kind of see some of the other emotions that we go on to. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because we've got a lot more information to cover. All right. But this is just an introduction. This is your free gift. So stay until the end. And this is a testimonial from CW, one of my clients. And she said, I love keeping my EEE chart on the fridge for those times when I'm looking to use food to fill me up. The food hacks are amazing. I never knew my cravings were nutrient-based. So this is great. Sometimes we just use food to fill our emotions and stuff them down instead of using nutrient-based foods. So in that chart, you can see you've got the nutrient-based foods that will help to take care of that craving, and the emotional, I like to call it a self-care hack, the self-care hack that will help you with those emotions, help you feel them. All right, let's go on to tool 3, which is get your metabolism working for you. Get your body working for you. You want the body to shed pounds. Of course, you want your body to be working at its optimal ability to help you shed these pounds. So let's get your metabolism working for you. And the best way to do that, amazing way to do that, is to drink this little concoction called lemon ginger water. Start your day with a delicious cup of hot or cold lemon ginger water to detox your liver, and it melts away excess weight. And it's amazing that something as simple as making a water infused with lemon and ginger can help your body's metabolism and energy. And this is how. Ginger increases thermogenesis. So thermogenesis is just a big word that means the warming effect of energy produced by metabolizing food in the body. So basically, ginger, it heats you up from the inside out. And that internal heat does all these awesome things. It makes you not hungry, so you're not going to eat as much. It helps you burn fat because it's causing you to be warmer inside so you can digest things better. It helps you digest carbohydrates and to secrete insulin when it's needed. So it's a regulator. It slows oxidative stress. So it slows down your cell aging so you actually look better and younger. It stops, kind of slows down that aging process. It's anti-inflammatory. So if you have arthritis, it's going to help that feel better because it's an anti-inflammatory aid. And arthritis is just inflammation in the body. That's really what it means. And it will lower your cholesterol and blood pressure, and it reduces atherosclerosis, which is the buildup of fats in the arteries. So why wouldn't you want to just add ginger into your daily intake if it's such a great metabolizing food for your body? All right, that's ginger. Let's see what lemon does. Lemon has diuretic properties, which is detoxifying and therefore also promotes the burning of fat, which is what we want to do to release weight. We want to burn the fat. We want to get the fat out of our cells, out of our body. It cleanses the body of toxins, which makes us feel lighter. Lemon's an amazing, you clean with lemon, right? That's why they say they have lemon scented cleaners and stuff like that, because it's a detoxifier. It cleans out toxins. And we take in toxins in our environment every day, even just from the air we breathe. So why wouldn't you want something that helps cleanse you from the inside out? It removes inflammation from uric acid in the joints. So uric acid is an acid that gets built up in the joints, and then that's what causes joint pain because there's inflammation. So lemon actually cleans out that uric acid, and so it reduces inflammation. And because it's high in vitamin C and potassium, it's going to boost your immunity. So guess what, folks? Less colds, less flus in the fall and winter seasons. And it's an astringent. And what an astringent does is it causes your tissue to squeeze and relax. It's like a mini workout. It's like it gives your inner tissue of your body these mini workouts. So it helps to boost your metabolism, your energy burning ability in your body, and helps to flush out toxins. So why wouldn't you want to take these two ingredients, ginger and lemon, add them into your daily intake and have them naturally help you release weight? Look at that. It's amazing. So I want you to get your pen and paper out now and write down these links or take a screenshot, because this is my recipe for lemon ginger water. And I know you can Google lemon ginger water and it will be all over the internet, but these are my specific ways to make it. And I've been giving these recipes to everybody, and they're easy. They feel that they're effective. I have a nice ratio of how much lemon and how much water. So I know how effective it is. And this is a very effective recipe. I have a how-to video that's on the top. It's a bit.ly link. It's AB Lemon H2O. And I also have a written recipe if you kind of like words instead of videos. And that's the written recipes at bit.ly ABLG recipe. So I'll give you another second to write those down or screenshot them. It's my personal recipe for lemon ginger water. On the written recipe, I give you some extra hacks on how to make it quicker and easier. So like you can also use doTERRA essential oils if you don't have time. I'll do that when I'm camping or out on the road. Or you can make this in a crock pot instead of on your stove top. Depends on like whether you're conscious of how much energy you use. Like I live up in the mountains, so I live on propane gas, and propane gas is not as inexpensive as city gas or city electricity. So a lot of times my electric bill is less than my propane bill. So I'll make this in the crock pot, because then I can just stick it in the crock pot all day. I can set it, I can forget it, and that's fine. Or I can use essential oils. I will tell you that using the natural ingredients, using the real lemon, using the real ginger is highly more effective to me than the essential oil. And I don't know why that is. So maybe somebody smart out there can comment and let me know. But I like using the full ingredient and just using the essential oil when I'm on the go, and I won't be able to make it. And let's see what my client CJ said about this. I love this comment. She just said it out of the blue, and I go, "Can I have that?" She said yes. She goes, "I don't know why, but I think that lemon ginger water is helping me. I feel lighter, less bloated when I drink it. I feel it really helps somehow. Plus, I just feel better in my body. My arthritis and inflammation seems better." And this client, I love her to death. She would always come to me and say, "Oh, I have arthritis. I have arthritis." And I finally said to her one day, "You know, arthritis just means you have inflammation." She's like, "Really? That's all it is?" And I'm like, "Yes. Don't let the medical industry infuse you with these things that you are broken. You're not. There are food hacks to help that." So lemon ginger water is a way to take away that inflammation in your body, make your body feel better. It'll feel so much better. Your joints will feel better, and you're going to feel lighter. All right. We got through our 3 tools. So let's recap. There are 3 pitfalls to losing weight, right? Your thoughts get in your way. Your emotions get in your way, and your metabolism gets in your way of losing weight. And the 3 tools to counteract those pitfalls to help you lose weight without even looking at a diet, not getting out another diet book ever. We're going to leave those alone. Are affirmations, the eliminate emotional eating, and drinking lemon ginger water. So now you have 3 tools of actions that will bring you immediate success towards your weight loss goals and desires. 3 tools, a tool to increase your eating awareness, which is the emotional eliminating chart, and a step forward toward weight management dreams. That's the lemon ginger water. So there, I've completed my promise to you. You have 3 tools you can take today to lose weight without dieting. So now what? Woohoo! Now what do? What do you do now? Well, my suggestion to you is right now, just take responsibility that you have created this current body reality without judgment, without hating yourself, without beating yourself up, but just say, my thoughts, my emotions, and what I've been putting in my body has created this body. And just be responsible. Just take responsibility about that for this moment. This is your life, and you are responsible for it. You're not going to live together forever. So don't wait. Just take on that responsibility. The second suggestion I have for you is get real. Real transformation. If you really want to transform your body, it requires honesty. And if you want to move forward and really let go and shed these pounds, you're going to have to get real with yourself. You're going to have to get real about what you've been doing up to this point to create this body reality. So today I'm asking you to choose. You can choose to continue to do it yourself, or you can choose to ask for help. So you remember when I told you I prayed for help when I was at my top weight and I didn't have another diet in me and I was so miserable and I was almost just climbing the scales and just freaking out. And I finally got some help. And the way that God answered that prayer was, I was taking my son to visit my family in Southern California, and I rode the train up. Actually, I was in Southern California too. I was in San Diego. They were in Orange County. So I rode the train up, and my sister said that she would meet me at the train and pick me up. And I hadn't seen or really talked to my sister for a long time. And so I got off the train, I had the baby in tow, I'm loaded down with the diaper bag and, you know, all the stuff that you take when you take a baby with you. Plus I'm like huge in my mind, right? I'm huge in my mind and I'm lethargic and huge and have the whole total horrible body image. And I'm looking around for my sister and I'm looking at all the people getting off the train. I'm looking around and all of a sudden I hear my name, Nancy! And I'm like, what? And Nancy, and there's this woman waving her hands and running towards me and waving, hi, Nancy. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, oh. And I'm just looking at her. I have no idea who this woman is. I'm looking at her like, who the heck are you, you crazy lady? What are you doing? I don't know you. And she gets closer and she gets closer. And I'm like, my jaw just drops. I'm like, oh! I'm like, what? That was my sister. It was my sister, this crazy woman who was yelling at me. And I didn't recognize her because she was absolutely gorgeous. She was thin. She was beautiful. She was vibrant. And this was not my sister. I was not used to my sister looking like that. My sister was kind of like me, big boned, heavy, lethargic, Eeyore-ish. That was not that woman that was yelling at me on that train platform. The woman that was yelling at me at the train platform was like totally amazing, totally just like beyond my scope. Just like, you know, somebody from Orange County. I don't know if you know what Orange County is, but it's like, you know, imagine Beverly Hills. Okay, that's what this woman was look like. I mean, like this woman, this superstar from Beverly Hills was yelling at me, coming to give me this big hug. And I was like, oh my God, who is this? And it's my sister. My sister. And so I interrogated her the whole weekend. I asked her, how'd you do this? How'd you do this? How'd you do this? And she told me. And I decided, I chose that day to get help and to ask for help. So you have a choice. You can keep doing things the way you've been doing them, or you can ask for help. And I'm going to give you another testimonial here. This is from Kathy. She said, I joined FAWN's 10-week program to help me sleep better and lose weight. I did Jenny Craig and Weight Watchers, but this is more of a lifestyle program that you continually go to and create your own meal plan. Now I sleep much better. I can go without eating in the evening, and I'm happier. After you go along for a while, you can see and feel the benefits of staying on the program forever. So is it time for you to invest in yourself, just like I did over 16 years ago? Because if you were doing it, if you were at the body size of your dreams, you wouldn't need help. And that's what a coach is for you. A coach gives you new ideas, makes you accountable for your actions, And she gives you, or he gives you, lots and lots of support. So I can help. If you're ready to reach out and ask for help, I can help. Right now, I have some openings in my calendar this week, and I can talk to you personally about these tools and how you can use them and how you can change your eating lifestyle today without opening up a diet book. And the cost to you is zero. I'm not selling this. I'm just here for you. So my invitation, remember I said at the beginning, I'd have a special invitation for you. All right, so here's your special invitation. And I love that it says freedom, right? Because releasing weight and changing our thoughts, changing our emotions, and changing into a healthy eating lifestyle is a freedom. On this call, I'm going to help you get clear about some of those major demons, those major thoughts that hold you back from getting the ideal body shape that you like, and what steps you can take to get there. And then in that call, or during that call, if you feel like you want more personalized help, and if you think my solution will help you, or myself as a coach will help you, then we'll see if we are a fit to work together. And I may invite you to be a special client that I take on to work with this month. If we get to work together, you're going to get these amazing results. You'll get new insights about your eating behaviors. You're going to get new tools on how to self-comfort instead of using food to comfort. You're going to stop caring about what other people are projecting on you about who you are, because we don't need any of that. You're going to be on a road to recovery from a debilitating disease. Remember, I worked with a man with diabetes and took him from an A1C from 11 to 7.4 in 2 months. I've actually continued to follow up with him, and his A1C continues to go down just by following a food program that I designed for him and helped him self-design, because it's all about us working together. You're also going to get a spiritual solution to help heal your eating problems, because I am a spiritual person. And you're going to have added joy to your life and learn to love your body, you, the physical you that you are. If we work together, you must be committed to yourself and your goals. These are requirements for us to work together. You must be committed to yourself and your goals. You must be open and willing to let go of old habits and beliefs. And believe me, I know it's difficult to do that. I was working on this presentation here, and all of my old habits and beliefs were coming up and like knocking me. It was like being slapped on the face. Boom, boom, boom. It's like, okay, stop. I'm moving into something new. And so I'm going to keep going. So you must be open to letting go of old habits and beliefs that are going to come up and want to stop you from your transformation. And you must be ready to create new habits and beliefs. I think we're all ready to kind of like create new habits and beliefs, but we've got to work with them. And you've got to be willing to keep going with them, even when those old habits and beliefs want to thwart you and stop you. And these are my requirements for clients I invite to work with me one-on-one. So if that sounds like you, then I'm ready to invite you for a Nourished Betty strategy system. These are for people who are ready to move forward and find out about working together. You can write down this link at the bottom of your screen or take a screenshot, click. It's a bit.ly link, Betty strategy session. And just having the courage to call as a step forward for your transformation. Just having the courage to set up one of these appointments is you extending your hand saying, I need help. Because believe me, I know what it's like to not have another diet in you. I know what it's like to be sitting in a place of absolute agony and despair. So I also know what it's like to be free of the weight and the heaviness of a heavy body. So write the link down and reach out. If you're ready and you just have questions, if you're not ready to get on a call with me, but you still have questions and you still want more information, then here's a way you can get more information from me. I have this awesome Facebook community. It's called the Nourished Betty Community. And the bit.ly link for that is TNB Community. It's at the bottom of the screen. Take a screenshot, write that down. We have people asking me questions. I go into inspiration. I definitely share with you hacks and tools to stop emotional eating. I give you my health and wellness hacks. I mean, I've been doing this for over 20 years, and I'm a passionate person about using food to heal the body. So I just help people as much as I can. And so if you're not ready to get a one-on-one with me with a call, then join the community, get to know me a little bit more, and find out how other people in a community can help each other. Because being together and working together, you get results faster. It's a proven fact. When you're in a group doing the same thing together, you get faster results. Now, are you ready for your free gift, the Emotional Eating Eliminator Chart? You must be, because you've stayed with me until the end. Yay! So here is your free gift, your Emotional Eating Eliminator Chart. The bit.ly link is at the bottom of the screen. Take a screenshot or write it down, EEE chart gift. It's 2 pages, all right? It's 2 pages. So when you print it out, you can print it out front and back. You can laminate it. I'm going to show you that super duper second page. Here's the first page. And we go through chocolate, sugary foods and sweets, bread, toast, pastas, all those things, all those foods. And then we have 4 more food cravings on the back. At the bottom of the page, there is my Facebook group link, so you can get into the Nourished Betty community. And there's also the link to get on a free one-on-one call with me. So you can call me up, ask how to use this thing better, or ask me questions and see if we are a fit together to work one-on-one in a coaching program. So we've made it. Yay! This is our last slide together, my lovelies. Thank you so much for being here, but I want to leave you with one more empowering gift. Take these tools, empower yourself with these tools. Don't just say, oh, that was a nice webinar, okay, whatever. These tools actually work. They've worked with tons of my clients. And if you found any value in any of these steps today or being on this webinar with me today, I'm going to ask you a huge favor. Give my Health and Wellness Hacks Facebook page called A Betty Life, Health and Wellness Hacks for a Balanced Life page. Give it a like. Go to Facebook. Go to the bit.ly link, A Betty Life Facebook page, or just go to Facebook and search A Betty Life, Health and Wellness Hacks for a Balanced Life, and like the page. You're going to receive all types of health and wellness hacks if you follow the page, but I'd appreciate it so much if you received any value today, if you'd give me a like on that page. Stay strong. Know that it's not you. There's pitfalls you have to overcome, and if you're ready to do that and ready to ask for help, I'm here to be your guide. Thank you so much for coming. Have a terrific day. Bye for now.